Greetings, everyone. Welcome to episode 14 of the ITHRIVED podcast. It's your boy, Sundin Esperance. And today we're going to be talking about the Black Lives Matter movement. Do big companies, do people really, or most people, I should say, or most big companies, do they really care about the Black Lives Matter movement? Or is it all propaganda? We're going to get into that. Before I get into that, I just want to say shout out to Sundin Esperance, the best barber that ever did it in GTA. I just got my hat, studio212.ca/shop. You can go get your hat. Link is in the description. Once again, Studio 212, members only. I'm telling you, y'all ain't ready for this. And yes, it's a black-owned business, in case you are asking. Furthermore, let's dig into this episode. I've been, just being patient and, letting, a few days go by and stuff like that. And I've just been seeing so much, big companies, Black Lives Matter this, left and right, and boom, boom, boom. And, I just want to say most of it is propaganda. Most of it all, it's just... They're all going to obviously want to say that. Why do they want to say that? It's so we can continue to want to buy from them. Why would I, in my right mind, let's keep it real. Let's say I'm just racist and I'm just so dead racist, but I know it takes people to buy my stuff. Why am I going to say, forget you black people, it's the white power or it's the Chinese power, the Indian power, whatever case? Why would I say that? I mean, if you're talking business right now, those of you who are in business, those of you who are business owners, like, keep it real now. Let's be wise. Why would I want to say how I really feel in a moment where it's very sensitive than just simply act like I care and say, Black Lives Matter. You guys have been oppressed for so long. We're tired of it. We need you. Boom, boom, boom. Because obviously, if I do that, you're going to have the people, oh, wow, man, they're with us. I'm about to buy me some more this and that and boom. You're not understanding the whole point here. The problem, and why it keeps getting worse and worse, it goes into two things. Because there has to be changes both places. Yes, systematically, there has to be a complete change. But it's not just the system, it's the black community as well. Have you ever heard the saying, if you want to change, you have to be willing to want to change. You can't, help somebody out if they don't want to help themselves. Have you heard of that saying? If you are about this Black Lives Matter, you have to keep it real with yourself and ask the question, why do I go to these protests? Why do I post these things on my Instagram story, my Facebook story, my Twitter, or whatever social media you have? Why is this affecting me so much? Why do I care so much? Ask yourself the question, why? Because a lot of the times, especially this generation, they love to get on the hype of things. Act like they care, or they don't know what's going on, but they see so many people's against it, so they're going to be against it too. That's what this generation consists of. And when you realize that this Black Lives Matter stuff has been being fought for before even our parents and grandparents have been born, you're gonna soon realize that, this is more serious than a simple Instagram post or a Facebook story, whatever the case is. Let me take you back into history. Now, Haiti, shout out to tout Haitien qui na, shout out everybody, la, bang, bang, bang. No, not bang, 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 but bra, bra, bra. You get what I'm saying? Not bra, bra, bra either. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to all my Haitians. Anyways, Haiti being the first black independent country, we took our independence in 1804. Pour le pays, pour les ancêtres, marchons unis, marchons unis. What we and what most, in terms of Haitians have experienced was obviously a devastating earthquake that happened in 2010. In fact, I believe I lost a cousin, did not really know her, but she was in the school, and when the earthquake happened, the school collapsed and she ended up passing over there. So a lot of people all of a sudden kind of made it seem like they cared about Haiti, and I started to realize, because I was much younger, but I started to realize is people were using it to attract something. So say if I'm an artist, I want to say, shout out to my Haitians, I'm saying, Haitian qui la, y'all going through too much, man. Nobody respects y'all. I'm with y'all. Of course, I'm gonna do that in a way because I know now a lot of these Haitians, they're gonna wanna, buy my merchandise or help me out in a way or whatever the case is. There was never any real meaning behind it, because when it's really time to help out, now that's when it's like, you know what, these people are inexistent to me. Now I bring the Haitian earthquake up is because I want to compare it to this Black Lives Matter stuff. Just because you see somebody out there protesting, it doesn't mean they care about Black Lives Matter. Just because you see somebody put something on their Instagram story or their Facebook story, it does not mean anything. It does not mean that Black Lives Matter to them. Just because you'll have somebody put a video to kind of say, oh, my parents are racist and I'm boom, 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 it still does not mean Black Lives Matter to them. We can't be so weak. We can't be so blind. We can't be so dumb. If somebody is going to, it's like, for example, an example I take, for example, the church. There are thousands of churches out there, but just because Jesus' name is in that church, it doesn't mean that the people are following the teachings of Jesus. You understand? So just like with the Black Lives Matter, you have to understand not everybody cares about it. There's probably a very low percentage to people who really, really want to see change. And the rest is just, yo, whatever it is, this is a whatever this and boom, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And now some will say, well, I don't agree, boom, boom. To you that doesn't agree, you're the one that probably don't really care. If you really care about Black Lives Matter, if you're really out there protesting and you mean it, and you really want to, have a change, and you really want to make your voice be heard, this is not going to affect you at all, what I'm saying. You get what I mean? Now, another thing is, you ask yourself the question, and I stated it. I get it. People went to go loot and they went to kill or steal certain things and stuff like that. I take the killing back. I don't think they went to go kill, but they went to loot stores. It goes to show that I seen some videos. Like I'm telling you, a lot of people, most people at those protests, they don't care about the protests. Some people, I remember I seen a video of a girl. She literally parked her car in the middle of the road just to go inside of a store and get something and leave. So a lot of people, they didn't really care. Now, what like I said earlier, there has to be change within the Black community, and there has to be change within the system. If you say you cannot say Black Lives Matter to you and you listening to music about niggas killing niggas or shooting and robbing or you know what I'm saying, I seen a dude and I pull up, I took the clip out, I clipped him up. You can't say Black Lives Matter. How are you going to say Black Lives Matter but you bump into music of black guys killing black guys? Or black guys talking about robbing and stealing stores and doing what they... How does Black Lives Matter to you? You can't say Black Lives Matter if you literally condone racial slurs. What do I mean condone racial slurs? You could have people are gonna have friends and blah blah blah, but your friend should know and understand that there's certain things you just don't say, just out of respect. You know what I'm saying? From where I'm from what not just myself go through or what my people have been going through years. There's just certain things you just don't say. But if you condone those racial slurs, does Black Lives Matter really matter to you? And when I mean racial slurs, I'm talking about stuff that is raw and deep. You know what I mean? Not just a joke around where, because this friend, you get into the joke with, at least, I'm not going to be on crack or a drug dealer or whatever. I don't know what kind of jokes you make up. But really, when it comes to certain slurs like, man, hey, nigger, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your white friend needs to cool out. Say, bro, what you talking about? We're boys. Come on, stop joking around, nigger. Like, yo, chill out, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's just certain things you just can't condone. You know, understand? So now with this Black Lives Matter movement, as I said, there's change that needs to be within the Black community. The number one community that I know that is ready to pull each other down is the Black community. That's the number one community I know that will try. Just because somebody else has done it, they want to bring that person down so they could go and do what they do. Like in the Black community, it's like everybody wants to be first. I want to be the first this. I want to be the first that. That's in the black community. Do African American males kill each other on the regular? Yes. But there needs to be a change. Now, to change, I mean, it starts because, you know, you have parents that have so many different kids and they can't even have control of, you know, kid number 1 or 2. And kid number 1 or 2 sees there's no attention from mom and dad. So he's going to do what he has to do, right? He wants to feel like he has a family. So what most do is, man, let me go join a gang. Let me go join a group in the streets, because I know streets will show me love. My parents don't show me love. My aunt don't show me love. My grandma don't show me love. But I know my boys, they gonna show me love. So whatever they want, I'll kill for them. Whatever they need, I'll steal for them. That's what they get into. But if we have parents who are able to discipline themselves and have some structure and have some understanding of, when I have a kid, my job as a parent is to literally put food on the table for my kid, put clothes on their back, and do the best I can so my kids are able to have the opportunity to have the best education ever. But if as parents, it's the females is constant sleeping around, you know, and males just constantly piping every single female they see, and you're having kids coming out left and right. These men don't even know they have kids. And then they get into these gangs, they get into the streets, and, you know, more and more and more continue to produce in terms of wanting to kill, wanting to steal. Now, some will say, well, when a black guy is killing another black guy, it's with reason. And you gonna kill somebody because they're on your block? A block that you don't even own? That the government owns? Come on, stop this. Stop this. Now, is there reasons for people to kill people and want to kill people? Absolutely. What I mean, like if I remember there was a story, a man, he walked in on the babysitter raping his son, and he punched the guy in his head and the guy died. Did he have any regret? No, he didn't. Right? But obviously you wouldn't want anger to, you know, take over you in that moment. But what can you do? You know what I'm saying? If somebody is literally raping your own child, you're not just going to stay there and just, oh my days. Oh Lord, what's going on, Lord? Oh Lord, you are going to want to eat that guy alive. You're not even going to think about anything but protecting your kid in that moment. So if there's real change, it has to start in the black community, and it has to be in the system as well. Now, the system, yes, is it designed to continue to push us down and to knock us left and right? Absolutely. But we're going to continue to let the system succeed as long as we keep killing, as long as we keep stealing, as long as we keep robbing random people, old people. We're going to continuously let the system win. But now the more we diminish, you know, gang violence or anything related in terms of the black community, the harder it will be for the system to get put a black brother in jail for nothing. It'll be very difficult. Some say, nah, you're wrong for that. Well, look, if you have a kid that's 16 or 15 and 17 and you know what it is out there, don't let them out in the middle of the night. You let them know, yo, go out, play with your friends, but make sure you're back home by like 5 or 6. You know, if something happens, you call me. But now, obviously, if they're out 10, 11, and look, no cop should arrest a black person for nothing. I get it. But they are going to continuously do it. The more you give the person the opportunity, look, if you give the person an opportunity to take advantage of you, they're going to start by taking your pinky. Then next thing you know, they have your hand. Then next thing you know, they have your forearm. Next thing you know, they have your arm. Before you know it, they have your entire body. It's for us to allow that to stop happening. So these companies saying Black Lives Matter, we with you. It's they never cared about you. Listen, any black person looking at this, they do not care about you. The only way they care about you is because you're putting money in their pockets. And the more you keep putting money in their pockets, the more they're gonna come with this propaganda stuff. If black people wanted to start their own businesses, their own this, their own that, and start to excel in our community, we wouldn't always have to go outside. But it's like the moment, like your friends, they maybe come up with a shoe brand or a backpack. It's like, man, that's whack or whatever. Man, I'm not with that. But you'll go get a bag that's completely black, but it just has a little Nike sign on it. And that bag is, and it's like $100-something. But that bag it's superb. Man, it's Nike, bro. You don't understand. It's Nike. That's the problem. The problem, yes, it's the system, but it's us too. We have the opportunity. If we don't use this time to wake up and start supporting each other and one another, I do not know when it's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to begin. That is the power that not all white people, that white people in general refuse to ever accept. When you start owning your own businesses, when they start seeing we own our own markets, when they start seeing, man, we're owning our own schools, we're owning our own car dealerships, grocery stores, clothing brands, drug mart stores in terms of buying prescription medicine and all that. When they start to see that, they're going to go crazy. That's what they refuse to see. But when are you going to realize this? You're talking about Black Lives Matter. The first time it's a black-owned business, you don't even want to support it. And if you do have a business, you don't want to conduct yourself in a way for somebody to support it. I'm not going to support you just because you're black. Like, here it is. You say you have the best food. The food's not even cooked. And you want me to go and promote this? Come on, man. You're clowning. That's a joke. We need to wake up and understand what the real issue is. Yes, it's the system, but it's us first. This is it right here. If any of you have a business, if any of you, where I live in Brampton, Ontario. Grew up in Brampton, Ontario. I grew up on diversity. Now, it's a lot of Indians. And I have no problem with you Indians. I have no problems with none of y'all. What I seen from the Indians is, listen, it's like they own everything in Brampton. The gas stations, the supermarkets, even Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons was I think it was a white guy that started it. But Indians are owning Tim Hortons. You see all of them working in there. The owner of it is Indian. And what's crazy, they even own land. Like land, the whole plazas and stuff to take, they own it all. And when I remember when I went to work a few years ago, Indians, I don't know if they called each other to speak to each other before lunch, but they all having lunch together and they're assembling their food together. They're putting it, you know what I'm saying? They're taking their food, one's taking this and they're sharing each other's food. A black person, yo, bro, can I have a wing? Bro, it looked like you asked him to do 10 backflips in a row. He'd be like, man, I don't know, bro. And is all black people like that? No. But this is to the ones who are like that. Like it's very plain and simple. We'd rather fight over like $20, $200 than because, it's in us. Oh, we're a punk if we don't show the person, you know what I'm saying, that, yo, you ain't give my money back, you gonna get it. There's people that owe me money. So what do you do about it, Sundin? I just, if they pay me back one day, they pay me back. If they don't, they don't. I gotta keep it moving. I'm not gonna go and be like, yo, fam, watch, you don't give my money back, you're dead, fam. You don't know what's popping, yo. You don't know who mans I'm rolling with, fam. It's a done no thing, yeah? Why do I have to do that? And then we're gonna make fun of Bob. Sundin, brother, you're gonna have to turn the other head, buddy. You're going to have to turn the other head, bud. It's not a good idea, man. Just put your head up and keep walking forward. You get what I mean? So it's to the point where there has to be a change with the black community, and there has to be a change with the system. The system, it has to, they need to like clean everything out. Because listen, it's not just white people damaging the system. It's black people that are sellouts in the system. Khalif Browder, if y'all remember him, an innocent black man that was taken by the cops because he potentially stole a backpack, who went to one of the worst jails they could ever put him in, fighting almost every day of his life. If you don't know him, search up Khalif Browder. Ask yourself, who was the judge that kept on dismissing his court trial in terms to get out? She was black. Now what happened? This is exactly what I'm talking about. So it's not all white people that want to see us down, and it's not all black people who care about Black Lives Matter and other races as well. Stop getting confused. All right, people, Black Lives Matter. All right, start supporting black businesses. Then we'll see if Black Lives Matter to you. Start trying to work with us. Like somebody would rather, in terms of certain cities, an owner would rather take a whole immigrant who knew nothing about nothing before they ever hire a black person in a high position. You jobs that have 20 white people and one black person, and that black person is more qualified than all those 20 white people, and he's getting paid or she's getting paid the less, and then you have the nerve to post Black Lives Matter or with you black employees. Get out of here with that nonsense. Plain garbage. Black Lives Matter. But yeah, you're going to hire one black person at your company. Come on, man. Like, yeah, this generation, you guys need to wake up. You need to wake up. Once again, I'm not saying all these big companies are faking it, but most are. Like, I said the Premier League, soccer is back. It's nice. They got Black Lives Matter at the back of the shirt. That's wonderful. But what does that do? Is there going to be a change? If there's no change, it's meaningless. If people are out there, if we're out there protesting all day, all night, but there's no change, it is meaningless. There needs to be a complete change. But black people, if you want to see change, let's start with each other. Like when we walk by each other, you smile. When I walk around, people always tell me, bro, you walking and smiling at everybody. I mean, why not? Like, am I supposed to walk around like, I'm vexed up, fam. Like, yo, these men are vexing me, fam. I'm tired of these men's family. I'm tired. Like, what do you want me to do? I'm content. Sasrikal Baji. Greetings, sir. Greetings, miss. How's it going? Yes. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am. But the one that mean mugs walking by beside me most of the time, not all the time, are black people. Like sometimes they even act like I'm not even there. I walk and all of a sudden something's bothering them or something's in their ear or somebody must have called them somewhere else. Come on, stop this. There has to be a change both ways, man. If there's not going to be a change both ways, then literally there's no point of even doing this. Might as well shut everything down and let the white racist officers kill as many black people. But if you're ready for real change, it has to start with you individually. It has to really take the time to know what petitions you're signing. Because it could just be a random person putting a petition and making donations for money and all that money is going to his pocket. But you didn't even notice it because you were signing so many petitions without paying attention to the petition you were signing. And now you just made some man rich. Just giving him who knows how much money. Understand what black people really go through for those who are not black. It's not a joke out here. We can't even look. I walked into a Shoppers Drug Mart the other day, and when you walk in, it's usually like the makeup place. A white lady looks at me, and then the white people behind us, hey, how's it going? I say, hey, wonderful, I say. It was what it was. We have to go through something like that on a regular basis. We have to go to school and, hey, be careful with this and that. Be careful when you go here and there. Be careful. It's almost as if like we're getting ready to go to war. But at the end of the day, it really is what we're going to. War. You have black people being hung off trees. This is not a joke. This is not a game. If you really want change, start changing. Don't just talk about it, be about it. If you see a black business, support it while you can. But, you know, don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. I'm going to support all. And I'm saying if I got white, because I know white people, I know Arabic people. I'm saying I know all types of different people. You know, but I always say if I could support my own first, I always will. I will always support my own first. And then I'll keep it moving to see if there's nobody I could find. So don't just, you know, be on the side. Like you're making all this Gucci and Fucci and this and that. And most of the time the apparel they have is nonsense. But then your friend or your boy or there's a black owned thing that comes up and it's nice and it's simple and it's plain. And you'd rather just look at your friend in the eye and just be like, nah, bro, or just tell him, yo, I rock with it. But go spend a whole $500-$600 on a brand, on a person that don't even care about you. And look your friend dead in his eye. Keep it up, buddy. Keep it up. Come on, it can't be this way. You know, so just be on the lookout for a lot of it. You're going to see so many people post these big companies, but I'm telling you, they do not care. Whether you like it or not, they do not care. It's all an act. It's all to lead you to think that they care. It's like a man that tells a girl, I love you, baby. Baby, I'll never leave you, baby. Baby, you're the one for me, baby. Baby, you drive me crazy, baby. You mean the best to me, baby. And then 2 seconds later, he's gone, nowhere to be found. He's just leading you on. He just wants you to feel good. He wants you to feel like you could trust him. He wants you to feel like you could believe in him. He wants you to feel like you could love him. He wants you to feel that. Or he wants you to feel like he loves you. He wants you to know, oh, he loves me. He wants you to feel that. But right at the back of his head, all he wants to do is just play you like a dog. It's the same way a lot of these big companies are doing it. And so many of you are falling for it. Yeah, they're with us. They're with us. They're not with you. They never been. The only reason why they have some care is because we are the money people. We are the ones really putting money in their pocket. If black people started to wake up and started to create their own stuff, I am telling you, it will take time, but it could happen. I am telling you, you're going to see them go crazy. Search up the history of Tulsa. When, there was pretty much like there was a lot of rich black folks in that time, in that town. It was a lot of them were wealthy. A lot of them were having their own business. And guess who came to disrupt it? Yes, Le Blanc, the white man. You understand? That's one thing they fear. That's one thing they fear. Listen, if one person, he may be able to do a little bit, but you know, more than one, like 2, 3, and then 4, 5, and then 10, and then 20, and it grows, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. And to those that say Black Lives Matter, if you could have a business opportunity to help a black life and help a black business, do it. Don't ignore it. Don't go back there talking about, man, I don't know. They're black. You know how black people are. I don't think we should give them a chance. It's too much for us right now. Don't do that. Make the proper interview, sign the correct papers, and get started if they're qualified. Don't reject them just because they're black. And if a black person is trying to buy a house, don't raise the price on them on purpose. Just so your enemy finesse. These black people, they don't know nothing. They don't know what they're talking about. And black people, there has to be a change from us. If Black Lives Matter to you, prove it. Prove it to yourself. Prove that you care about your own. Prove it. And if you're not about it, if you just talk the talk, if you're not even about supporting black businesses, if you're not even about having a change in the system or fighting for a change in the system and not even being the change, just sit down. Sit down, just go. Sit down and go somewhere else. Because, and when I mean systematically, to add on to that, it's not just when it comes to the police force and all that. It's in schools, it's in colleges, it's in universities and sports. Black people gotta go through a lot everywhere. You teachers that know racist teachers, you need to call them out. You officers that know about that one racist cop, and you know that he's literally a bullet away from just taking his gun and popping it in a black man for nothing, you need to call him out. If you know somebody's racist, if you know that this person has it wrong for a race, and you still mess with them, then you condone it. You just as racist as him or her. If I know, so listen, if I'm in the let's say school academy, whatever. If I'm in the school district and I know of two real racist teachers where they purposely fail black kids, making sure that they do not want to succeed or go somewhere or play with their notes and stuff, and I don't say anything, I am just as racist as those two. I can never ever say I'm not racist. If I know, my job is to call it out, whether you're going to lose your job or not. I'd rather work where it's right than work with people that are racist like that. Because that could be your son one day. In fact, that could be your daughter. So you need to call it out, and that's what I mean by a change, because change, it comes from the people. So if you know somebody is racist in a system, whether it's a job, it's a supervisor, a manager, a symbol as a coworker, a chef, whoever it is, you need to call them out. Plain and simple. If you don't, you just as racist. And when you're going to really support black business, stop asking for a discount. You don't ask for a discount anywhere else. The one place you want to ask a discount from is a black person. Why? That's not supporting. If that person, that owner, been making and balling out and stuff, and they want to support and say, you know what, we'll give you a discount, let them do it. Stop going around talking about, fam, you can't link mans with a discount, fam. What's the point of supporting? The goal of supporting is, here's the actual price. I'm going to pay you the actual price. If anything, I'm going to ask a discount from someone I don't know. Why would I want to get a discounted price from someone I do know? The goal is to get his business or her business up here. And then when they're there, then if they can give discounts, then if they could offer it, okay, that's fine. In fact, if you could even give a little bit more, like a tip, do it. So, that's another thing too. Well, it's all time to support black men. Yo, a man can't get a discount? Like, that's the problem. If you're going to her and she's an accountant, just support. If she's a this, support. If he's a that, support. As long as it doesn't contradict the scriptures, though, you already know what it is. So that's what it comes down to. That's why I said there needs to be a change in every shape and form. Like any sports associations, if you know anyone in that sport association to be racist, call them out. You that have all these followers and stuff, and have all these have a certain influence on the people, you need to start calling these people out. Keeping your mouth shut because you want to be politically correct, you're the problem. There will be not much change. You are the problem. Well, man, you know how it is, you know what I'm saying? I got this and boom, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Well, you should have known what you was getting yourself into. If you are in a position and you can't even call a racist person out, who do you really work for? What do you really do? Come on, man. So, that's just what I wanted to get out, in terms of this episode. It's very important. It's very important that you all understand that this stuff about these big companies, it is propaganda. A lot. Now, I'm not saying all of them, but most of them. Oh, Sundin, well, prove it then. Stop supporting their business and you'll see. And you know who the number one people they will use so you can continue to buy? Yes, it's going to be an athlete, but they make sure they look for a black athlete. Just think about it. Of most of the biggest brands out there, when it comes to anything in terms of to get like when Michael Jordan things came out, when his Jordans came out, Nike knew exactly what they were doing. Yes, he had to put in the work on the court, but they knew if I could get this black man to continue to, you know, have his stuff sell out and left and right and boom, 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 I'm gonna get all the black community. If I could get this black man to get, like, for example, imagine if LeBron, like, literally started his own shoe, like, not partnered with no Nike, no nothing like that. If Kobe did the same thing, if literally he started everything himself, we'll see if Nike really cares about black lives. Literally, that's the moneymaker in terms of NBA shoes. But yeah, there's athletes, athletes out there and stuff, in terms of Ronaldo and stuff like that, but you get what I'm saying. If we could literally start this on our own, you're going to soon realize that these Black Lives Matter companies, you never really mattered. All that mattered was your money. That's it. And that's all that's ever going to matter to them. Nothing else. Absolutely nothing else. Now, once again, it's not all companies, but it's most. And I'm talking about all these big companies you could think of. All these wealthy millionaires and billionaires you could think of. They do not care about black lives at all. And for those of you that keep saying all lives matter, shut up and sit down. Because you just feel like talking. You just feel like talking. You know somebody, they just can't stay quiet. They have to say something. They just want to just open their mouth. Shut up, sit down. We're not trying to say black lives are the only lives that matter. We're trying to let you know and inform you that our lives matter too. So stop killing us. Stop looking at us and portraying us as gangsters and drug dealers. Stop stopping us driving normally, not breaking, not passing no red light, not going over the speed limit, but only because we're in a nice, expensive car. We're trying to let you know that black lives matter. Well, all lives matter too, Sundin. Shut up! Because you don't know what you're talking about. As me saying black lives matter, I'm not saying, hey, black lives are the only lives that matter. Let's kill everybody else. No, we're not saying that. We're trying to let you know, stop killing us. Because, as much as you could reject it and refuse it, George Floyd, that could be me one day. I hope it's not. God willing, but it could be, look, and that's just not in terms of fear, but that's what myself and so many black people have to go through. So that's why we want to let you know our lives matter. Plain and simple. And if you don't like it, then who cares? Who cares? So that concludes most of it today, man. But honestly, it's just, look, be aware of all these big companies and pay very close attention to what they're doing. Because a lot of them that are saying Black Lives Matter and stuff like that, it's fake. It's not true. A lot of them, they'll never give a black person one of the biggest positions. You look at these big companies, I guarantee you most of them, if a white person owns it, it's a white person that is like a vice president or something like that, or in a big position. I guarantee you. It is very rare for a black person to be in a high position in a company where it's owned by a white person. It's very rare. It's very strange. And they're only doing it because most of the time they just don't want a black person there. If I had a company and I tried 50 black people and it wasn't working for me and the one white person worked, I'm going to go with the white person or Indian, whatever they are. But that's me. I'm not going to just say, oh man, this guy's white. I'm not doing it. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of the times it's all fake. Most of the times it's all fake. And if you really, really want to help, you need to begin by being the change. Start to search and see whatever black business I've been supporting I just been going to black-owned grocery markets, black-owned and it's a completely different thing, man. You know, it's like so much. Has there been some change at least? Yes, but I'm talking about a complete change because it's us, as you know, most and some are doing the job, and then it comes in terms of the system. So I encourage you. I really do encourage you. If you're going to be about something, don't just open your mouth about it, but have some action. If there's a black business you can support it. You know, there's black lawyers out there, there's black attorneys, black doctors, black pharmacists, black owned companies, black owned this and stuff. It's just, you have to have that willingness to support it and stop asking for a discount. You go there, they give you obviously, you know, be wise now. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's trying to sell you a phone case for $500, gonna be like, bro, you're going too much. You're going too much. But if they're selling it for $50, it's not supposed to go in. You're telling them, well, John, you know, old buddy down the street sell it for 45. So, bro, I'm selling it for 50 though. All right, cool. You're just supporting him or you're supporting her. And so that way, when the next generation comes up, they see with Indians, their kids already playing and mobbing together. They're kids. Like when I walk around, they're all always together. Them, the old people, the parents and the neighbors. It's crazy. You know, so moreover, man, this concludes episode 14 of the ITHRIVED podcast. I hope all is well on your end. You know, ITHRIVED.ca, black owned business. JeVeusJouer.ca, black owned business. Studio212.ca, black owned business. All the links will be in the description for you to follow. And if any of you have a business or anything you want to promote, you can email me at Sundin Esperance at ITHRIVED.ca. And you know, we'll go from there. If you have anything to promote, if you just want to be a sponsor, if you have anything in terms of just you want it here on the wall or whatever the case is, feel free to email me at Sundin Esperance at ITHRIVED.ca. Peace be unto you all. May God be with you. Peace be.